Welcome, Screwpies. The 321 Screw presents the Elimination Chamber 2021 review. We're your hosts, Big Shot Joe, along with
K-Swine
and that guy.
Ernest Borgnine.
I'll be damned.
Wow.
No, actually, I'm Captain Bill.
It is Captain Bill.
I try to trick you all the time. You guys are smarter than that.
We all saw the
They thought I was
Elimination
Ernest
Chamber pay-per-view.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Saw it.
Saw it.
There was.
Seen it with my own eyes.
It was action-packed.
Some of it.
Some of it. It was. I will say that definitely some predictions that were made was fulfilled.
Yeah.
And I will say that there was some things that were shady.
Yeah.
And shocking.
Yeah.
Much like ARW superstar
Yeah.
Jason Dugan. Shady.
Like an elm tree.
That's it.
Absolutely.
So,
Let's get right to this.
Take it away, Kyle.
The
kick off with the
Elimination Chamber kickoff match was a triple threat match, and the reason why this match took place, if you didn't already know, is because Keith Lee was injured on Monday Night Raw, and so they had to replace him with the winner of a triple threat match between Ricochet. How do you say Mustafa Ali's name now? Mustafa Ali and John Morrison.
Elias was in it too.
Oh, that's right. It was Elias.
It was Elias,
Fatal
Ricochet.
four-way. I'm sorry.
Elias, Ricochet, Mustafa
Elias
Ali,
was in that match.
and John Morrison.
And the winner we get.
The winner would get a title
Keith
shot
Lee spot
at
in the triple threat for the U.S. title.
For the U.S. title.
Right on. So we all know how that went down.
Yeah, well, Retribution obviously was out there with Mustafa. Good matchup.
Just call him Ali.
Nice way to get the crowd warmed up. Oh wait, there is no crowd.
Yeah, but
Nice way to get the TV screens all warmed up.
But it didn't matter because John Morrison won.
Now listen, open your eyes and see.
Wow.
Congratulations, John Morrison, by getting a nice little, push match. To get yourself onto the main card of the pay-per-view.
I do have one question real quick. So when you just did that just now, did you picture yourself doing that in slow motion with wavy long hair?
Yeah.
Oh man, you just made me chuckle.
And dishboard.
Yeah, washboard abs.
Washboard abs. There you go.
Open your eyes and see. Okay, there you go.
All right. John Morrison wins the Fatal 4-Way. Huh?
What's that? Being married to Ty Valkyrie?
Yeah, that's a plus.
John Morrison defeated Ricochet, Mustafa Ali now, and Elias.
I'm just gonna call
so
him
he gets and as we'll explain when we get to it, there was a reason why when Keith Lee got injured, they needed a third person. They needed that to be a triple threat match.
That would have been so good with Keith Lee.
Instead of just making it a one-on-one Riddle against Ashley. But there's a reason for that, which we'll get into when we get to that match. But
the first match of the main card was the SmackDown's Elimination Chamber match.
Number one contenders Elimination Chamber.
Number one contenders
and
match.
who was featured in that match, boys?
Cesaro.
Daniel Bryan. King Corbin.
Jey Uso. Kevin Owens.
And Sami Zayn.
Yes.
With Sami Zayn's documentary crew.
And
they came out and then they were thrown out.
And kudos to that referee.
Which was a start for another conspiracy.
Yep.
So Daniel Bryan and Cesaro started off the match.
They did.
And then, in the pods.
And it's been pretty interesting because they tagged last week. They did pretty damn well to get in that Elimination Chamber match.
They were having a damn good match. Come on, those two guys are
they're probably two of the most talented men in WWE.
Two of the best, that they got
in the world of professional wrestling. In my,
Daniel Bryan is like he's like AJ Styles. and they said, you know, AJ Styles could have a match with a broomstick and make it look good.
Absolutely.
You know, and I believe Daniel Bryan can do the same thing.
He might even let the broomstick go over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
how good he is.
AJ's gonna pin the broomstick, but
And then
yeah,
the first
maybe.
the first entry into the chamber from the pods was King Corbin.
Yep. He did some damage.
He did a lot of damage.
Did you?
I was actually very impressed by the in-ring ability of King Corbin in that match.
you know the thing about Corbin is he's a true heel.
Oh, well, without a doubt.
And what I mean by he's a true heel is, you know how some heel characters, they're only heel characters to the faces. To another heel character, they're buddies, and they're all tight, they're good, everything, you know, yeah.
So
We're heels together.
So do you go, wait a minute,
Corbin,
do you have bad morals? Good deal.
Right, Corbin is a heel to everyone. He was going to the other pods talking shit to Sami Zayn, who was another heel.
Big
He was
heel.
going over to the pod talking shit to AJ Styles, you know.
He's another heel.
Jey Uso.
Or Jey Uso,
Jey
excuse
Uso.
me.
Don't be mixing up Brad.
Jey
Brands.
Uso.
Don't be pulling a JBL. Mixes up the freaking.
Yeah. Or a
Chambers.
JR.
Yeah, no, yeah.
WWE Championship.
Yeah, Jey Uso. But
Just
point
saying.
being is, you know, these guys were heels, and Corbin's over there talking shit to them too, you know. So he's just like,
He was letting it be
yeah, he
known.
was just like, you know what, you all kiss my ass, man. I'm King Corbin, and
So-
you know, fuck everyone else.
What's that signature move he does? The finisher.
He has
Deep
Wasteland?
Six.
He has
Deep Six.
Deep Six, and he's got End of Days.
Okay, because he
Both of them are badass
he
moves.
was landing the shit out of Deep Six.
They're big power moves.
I just want to point out, no one has. I don't think anybody has kicked out. No, I don't think anybody has kicked out of the End of Days yet.
No,
I don't think
they
anybody
have.
has. They kick out of the Deep Six every time.
Yeah, because that's like a
End of Days.
signature.
Yeah.
I know, but there have been signature moves that have been kicked out of. This one has not been kicked out of. yet.
Right.
So the next entry was Sami Zayn, which is kind of comical because he thought it was another conspiracy that he got entered into the match so early.
Bro, something tells me if he gets constipated, he's gonna say it's a conspiracy.
You know what? Again, he's another guy that plays the role of the heel so well.
much better than being a face.
Yeah.
He plays the role of the heel
Very
so
comical.
well. Oh man.
And then the first elimination of the match
Tell us.
was King Corbin.
And we just
Yeah.
talked all
He
that
was
stuff about
Daniel Bryan, I believe it was.
What?
Or no, Cesaro. Was it Cesaro that made him tap?
Yeah. He did the swing, then he did the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, yeah,
and
made
tapped
him
him
tap
out
with the
in the
sharpshooter.
center of the ring.
I think he should call it something else, though.
Why? It's a sharpshooter. He used to team with Tyson Kidd.
The Swiss shooter. Sharpshooter. Nah, forget what I just said. Sharpshooter it is.
The Swiss Sharder.
The Swiss.
Oh my God, he's got him in the Swiss Sharder.
Oh my God, look out! No,
Because that's what the people who he
the
has
Swiss
the move
shooter.
applied to
The
are
Swiss-
sharding themselves.
Listen, the Swiss shooter. What do you think?
No.
Okay,
So,
continue.
the next entry was KO, Kevin Owens.
The Swiss twist.
There you
He's
go.
got the big swing and the Swiss twist.
All right.
Twist it up like a pretzel.
Kevin Owens gets in there.
I think Kyle's going to do Zach Moscard and Madman. Boom. That's for another story.
Bad dude.
All right. Let's get back to it.
Yep, see, this is what we do, and
And
then
we pulled it back in.
Kyle's being
Back in.
serious. I told you, guys slam on the table.
Kevin
Yeah.
Owens was the next entry into the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Put on a good performance.
Oh, man.
Stunned everybody. He did a
Oh, yeah.
moonsault off top of his
Yeah,
own
so I was
pod.
saying, there was a couple of spots off the top of pods, man.
Kevin Owens, man.
Kevin
is-
Owens, he's a fearless dude, man.
Cesaro chased Sami Zayn.
Yes, dude, up the side of the fence, and then he ended up getting up on the grabbing the chain
Showing off,
above,
doing
and
some
kicking
pull-ups.
Sami Zayn. Well, first he
Kicked off Sami Zayn.
he was holding to the top of the cage, and he double foot kicked Sami Zayn off the fence. He fell to the ground, and then Cesaro was just hanging there for a second, looking around, and he decided, You know, I'm gonna do a couple pull-ups, and then he climbed down.
Give him that second burst of energy.
And then
I was really, throughout the whole match, I was rooting for Cesaro
yeah, I was
to
too.
win it all.
I would have loved to have seen
I
him
wouldn't be
win.
lying. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't mind seeing Cesaro against Roman Reigns.
Cesaro, they're pushing.
And then,
They need to push
lo
it
and behold, the final pod was Jey Uso. He enters the match, and then of course the rivalry between Kevin Owens and Jey Uso immediately
Picked up.
continue.
Yeah, because Sami Zayn, who had tried to get Kevin Owens to team with him, come on, like we used to, you know, come on, like the old times, let's go. And
Kevin Owens
Kevin
said
Owens, beat the shit out of him.
He said no.
But yeah, I like how when everyone's doing all shit, Uso was he wasn't even standing. He was just sitting down in his pod.
Yeah, he's like, y'all
Yeah,
are
he
stupid
just-
standing up.
he's
I'm
just
sitting and
relaxed.
He's
chill.
just sitting there chilling,
chilling.
watching everyone.
Then when, the boom, 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 then I'll stand up.
But yeah, Sami Zayn gets eliminated with a stunner
And Jey
by
Uso
Owens.
was very smart and used the cage door as a weapon.
The chamber,
Yeah, he slammed that chamber door shut on Kevin Owens' arm,
which he was
had
stuck.
it pinned, and was just holding it,
Kicking him in
and
the
then
face.
super kicked him 5 times
Was
in
it
the
five?
face. 5 times in the face. And Kevin Owens raw, he threw him into the ring, and then he pulled himself up on the ropes, and he super kicked him like for the 6th time, I think it was.
Yeah,
Splashed him.
And then splashed him.
and
Okay.
eliminated
Eliminated
Kevin
KO.
Owens.
So now it's down to Jey Uso, Cesaro, and
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan is nursing. His knee is hurt from
Left knee. Yep.
I think there was something that happened before the match. Even I think he was favoring his knee.
Well, and Corbin was fucking it up during the match, too.
Maybe that was it. But
Putting
yeah,
it into the
so yeah,
pods.
he's all hobbled and limping around.
And then Jey Uso and Cesaro go at it. I thought Cesaro was going to get the victory over Jey Uso, but it wasn't to be.
Oh, I thought when Cesaro, when Daniel Bryan had it, when he picked Daniel Bryan up by the one leg and was holding it and was spinning
He
him
was
around
spinning
like
up.
that
Super kick.
by one
Bam.
leg, I thought
I
he was gonna.
I thought he was going to take out Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna take Daniel Bryan out with that, and it was gonna come down to
Cesaro and
Cesaro and
One-
Jey Uso.
But
But
didn't go
kick.
down that way, right?
nope, one well-placed super kick
And out
while he was spinning.
like a light.
Yep, and then it was.
It was down to Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso. And Jey thought he was going to get the upper hand because Daniel Bryan is nursing his injured knee. But Daniel Bryan found a way to hit that running knee.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Daniel Bryan on winning yet another Elimination Chamber match. And he was one of the first 2 to enter the match.
Yeah.
Cesaro
Yeah,
and
him
Daniel
and
Bryan.
Cesaro started it.
Started.
He made it. He ran the gauntlet against everyone.
Yes, he did.
And then,
Bam.
and then you think maybe okay, he just won that match. They'll have some more matches, and then the main event will probably be Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what you would have thought.
right.
But
But
did
no.
not go down that way.
Immediately the cage lifted.
Bam.
Daniel Bryan's still laying on the damn ground.
Bam now.
Here comes Roman. And that pretty much was just a squash. There was like one moment
a brief
when
moment.
he went in, right off the bat, Roman went for a spear, and Daniel Bryan caught and countered it and
Into
put
the
it
yes
into
lock.
the yes lock. But Roman he was able to power out
Daniel
of
Bryan
it,
was too weak.
and that was it, dude. Basically, after that, it was just a squash.
But then after that,
He powerbombed.
After that,
can I say this one?
yeah,
Pretty
Roman
please.
was celebrating,
Can I say?
standing in the corner of the turnbuckle, up on the corner, with title in the air, gloating over his hollow victory over a tired, battered, beaten, hobbled Daniel Bryan. And he hops down off the turnbuckle, only to
Answer to a spear from Edge, the rated R superstar. And now
whispered something to Roman, and then pointed at the WrestleMania sign.
which indicates that is who he's going to face at WrestleMania.
His choice has been
Spear
made.
versus spear.
And it was actually made official during that night that WrestleMania will be Edge facing
Roman Reigns for the Universal
Uh,
Championship.
which is probably going to happen, most likely.
If Roman
Roman
retains
Reigns
it.
gets past fast.
Yeah.
Which he probably will.
Oh, he will. You know, he will.
Yeah.
We're just, putting
Edge
it out
and
there.
Roman, that hasn't happened yet.
Nope. Well, why would it?
So-
Because Edge has been around for 10 years.
I know. That's what
So
I'm saying.
yeah.
Congratulations to Daniel Bryan. My thoughts is Daniel Bryan is probably going to get a rematch
Maybe for
for Fastlane, just to give that match, that pay-per-view a title match
Mm-hmm.
between
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. I don't think Daniel Bryan is going to win,
No.
but it's going to be a very good matchup.
No, I don't think so either.
No, yeah, he won't win.
Going on to number 2 match of the
Wait up. Before we go on, Edge Roman. Who
Well,
wins?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Edge.
I think the WWE is going to give the strap to Edge.
I also think Edge is taking it at
But-
WrestleMania.
He will not retain it for long because they're going to have the back and forth
With him and
I
Roman.
say
title fight,
by SummerSlam, Roman takes it back.
and he continues.
If it goes that long, it won't go any further than SummerSlam because that's their next big one.
I actually think it will only last a month, just so Edge can say he won the big one again, and then actually lost the title for real.
And yes, it is a
And
world
then maybe-
championship,
Yeah.
but this will be
Go
the
on
first
to
time
that.
he carries the Universal Championship
Right.
of his world titles.
So Edge wins at Mania, but doesn't hold it long. That's my opinion.
I kind of concur
No,
with
you're
Kyle.
probably right, but I'm just saying
I like SummerSlam too.
that would, and by saying SummerSlam, I think that would give Edge. Not only did he will he get this one last title, but that one last little bit of a run.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're talking from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, we're talking how many, what?
4 or 5 months, maybe.
Maybe even that?
Is it in March or April?
April is WrestleMania is in April. And isn't SummerSlam usually like June?
August.
August.
August, okay.
So like
So
4
April,
months.
so we're talking about April, May, June, July. 3 months. And then August would be SummerSlam. So
There you go. All right.
that would be a decent, that would be a good, and then we could have some, Edge get, wins it, give Edge 2 or 3 title defenses, against, have some matches,
Yeah, make him look strong before
right,
he goes
yeah,
against Roman
just
again.
have some matches against some guys that
Maybe
we
on,
would like
on
to see.
SmackDown.
Hey, if Brock Lesnar doesn't have to wrestle every single night, why does Edge?
Just saying.
But, Edge
All right.
did sign like a 2 or 3 year deal. So, I could see you giving him,
I'm
you're
sure
going to give him that one more title shot.
I'm sure he's
Give him a
gonna
little
wrestle
bit of a run for at
more
least a few
times than
months.
Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar,
We're talking about
but not
Edge.
as much.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Let's
moving
move on
on.
to the next matchup. In my opinion, I mean, they obviously had to put something in the pay-per-view, but I thought this next matchup was a waste. But it was the WWE Tag Team Women's Tag Team Title match between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks and the Royal Rumble winner Bianca Belair. Now,
I agree with you 100%, dude.
I think it was a waste of time because I understand, like I said, you got to put a match, but
They
why
could've-
do the same thing they did with Charlotte and Asuka?
But here's my thing. It was supposed to be Asuka versus Lacey.
Yeah,
Why couldn't Asuka just have faced someone else? Just like, they do that shit all the time. Oh, someone
Right.
can't, we got to have a replacement. I think the perfect person to have replaced Lacey Evans, just come in and get the shot, and it would have been a perfect time to introduce her to the brand,
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Which,
and just give her a strong
Yeah,
performance.
a strong performance, Asuka retains.
Yeah.
But you know what? That just brings Rhea into the fold.
Right.
She's like, oh, you need someone to fight? I'll fight you,
Because another reason why I was disappointed that they had this match for the women's tag team titles is because if you're following WWE, NXT, and following our shows,
Uh-huh.
you know that Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai have a tag team title match 2 weeks on NXT, and I'm really rooting for them to take
Yeah,
those titles.
exactly.
So I didn't like The match was okay. It was mediocre. I didn't agree. Just throwing
I mean,
four
you
people
could have
into a
done.
match.
Yeah, you could have done. You could have done anything. You could have had. Well, we could have had. We could have had a men's tag team title match.
Yeah.
That
Where's the Street Profits been? They've been in the back trying to get a title match from Sonya Deville. She won't give up. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they could have had.
That was a bad
Roode and
decision.
Ziggler could have defended their titles, against someone. Let Roode and Ziggler win, but just give, some new team, give them a shot, at the belt. What the hell? Like, there you go. They seem to be doing something with Gable and Otis. Let them do it or whatever.
Whichever.
And
It could have been anything.
And nothing against the women. It's
nothing
because,
against
like
the women.
you said, they've
It's
already
just a
been.
waste.
They were building up this whole Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez. They win the cup there, and then there was that whole confrontation. With Jackson Baszler on NXT and all there. So that's the match people are waiting for now for the women's
Right.
tag title. And Bianca and Sasha, really.
Right.
If you wanted to have Shayna and Nia defend the title, why was it against Sasha and Bianca? Bianca just won the Royal Rumble. Odds are she's probably going to end up challenging Sasha for her belt.
Right.
It just seemed silly to
Could
me.
have picked anybody.
You could have picked another female tag team.
Another two females that.
Agreed.
Natalia and who's she team with
Dana
now?
Brooke.
No, not
No.
Dana Brooke.
Lana?
Tamina.
Oh yeah.
Tamina.
So yeah,
Tamina's
it
stuck.
just
Okay, so
And then the end of
nothing against the
the end of
performers.
the match
Just the
confuses
match just
things
didn't-
too because Carmella's what's his name?
Yeah, there's someone
Comes out with a champagne bottle, tries to mess it up. I don't know.
Yeah, it just.
Thumbs down to that match.
yeah.
Moving on to a more impressive matchup. Real storyline. The Triple Threat United States Championship match between Riddle, John Morrison, and the champ, the almighty Bobby Lashley. Awesome matchup. Back and forth action. Bobby Lashley looked dominating as always.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a hardcore match.
Well, no.
Well, it was triple threat.
Triple
no
threat.
Triple Threat rules is no disqualification.
Right, no disqualification.
And
So, I mean,
the champion does not have to be pinned,
exactly.
which
So-
he was not pinned in
So
this
what you were
match.
trying to mention earlier, why was it a
Right,
triple
why
threat
they
match?
needed it to be the triple threat match is because Riddle won.
He did.
With taking the aluminum crutch and breaking that shit across Bobby Lashley's back, who he rolls out the ring, and then Riddle pins Morrison for the 1, 2, 3. That's why they needed it to be a triple threat, because the strap was going on Riddle, and they needed that third person for Riddle to pin, so Bobby Lashley could
Doesn't look
lose
weak.
the title, but not get pinned or submit, still look strong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Matt Riddle, and I'm cool with that because I dig me some Matt Riddle, bro.
Riddle, I'm glad he's got a
The
strap.
original bro.
Yeah.
So
Bro.
congratulations to Riddle on winning your first WWE Championship, United States title.
Yes, sir.
Good job, entertaining match. I enjoyed it. And then we're already on our main event because there was not too many matches because of the Elimination Chambers.
Because of the time frame.
We have the Monday Night Raw Elimination Chamber match for this one is for the WWE Championship,
Yes, Drew
unlike the
McIntyre
SmackDown
was
one.
taking part in this one.
So we have, of course, the WWE Champion himself, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, AJ Styles,
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. Who else? I'm drawing a blank.
Did you say AJ?
Sheamus.
Sheamus, and one more,
Not the Miz, who replaced the Miz.
Kobe Kingston.
Kofi Kingston.
There you go.
And it was Randy Orton and
Randy Orton and
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, they started the match.
They started the match off.
Who was the first to get eliminated, boys?
And then the first person to get let out of the pod.
Oh, okay.
The first person was Drew McIntyre.
It was Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre was first.
And
So he went in at number 3.
Yeah, and he went straight after Randy Orton.
Yep, he did.
And, started beating the hell out of him. And then
The next one was
Kofi.
Kingston.
Yeah, Kofi got out next.
And then lo and behold,
Kofi went straight after Randy Orton.
He sure did. He went straight after Randy Orton.
Those guys got a little history too.
And had the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment.
The surprise roll up.
And damn it, pinned Randy Orton for the 1, 2, 3. It pissed me off. Because not only because he is my guy, but I was hoping. Now, it was rumored, and people were talking about it. We all thought that the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend,
Was going to
was
show
going to get
up.
involved with the match.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Scared me for a second. Where are
I
you?
wasn't scared.
Did you hear him?
I wasn't scared because I didn't hear the noises.
He thought the Fiend was coming.
Let him in. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. I don't know if anybody agrees. I was a little disappointed
That Fiend didn't show
that
up.
the Fiend storyline with Randy
Yeah.
Orton didn't happen in the chamber.
Yeah, I honestly, I thought it was going to happen after he had gotten eliminated. I thought as he was outside the ring.
Right.
But he did, after he got eliminated, he was pissed off and he did decide to
RKO.
deliver a round of RKOs to people before he left.
He made it known.
And then,
and then,
and then,
and then,
and no one then,
and then,
no one then.
and then.
Anyway,
They get it. Duders in my car.
the next person that comes out of the pod,
Who wasn't supposed
he
to be
do-
eliminated. Or, he wasn't
didn't.
supposed to be in
He
there yet.
didn't get entered the normal way. AJ Styles has his muscle Omos,
Omos,
sorry.
yeah.
Omos,
Yeah.
tear off the plexiglass.
Yeah, he rips the whole backside off of AJ Styles' pod because
And while Randy Orton was
the
walking
cage
out
was
of the
being opened to
chamber,
let Randy Orton out.
he gets into the chamber and tries to pin because he just RKO'd everybody. Of course, he wasn't successful. Tries to pin everybody that just got laid out by Randy Orton.
And then because of that, though, the ref threw Omos out.
He did.
Omos.
Omas.
Yeah, he threw him out.
And they
He
pinned.
said, "Yo out of here."
I think that was like history making because I think that was the first time that someone entered the chamber without actually exiting a pod the correct way. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think so. Not like that, at least.
Right.
So.
And then last but not least, Sheamus entered the
Yeah,
fray.
well, we knew he was coming out last because he won that Battle Royal thing, to earn that spot.
What
Or a
about?
four-way or whatever it was.
So who was eliminated by the point where Sheamus comes out?
Well, of course, the Sheamus rivalry with McIntyre started up. They keep going at it.
Yeah.
So let's see who's left.
Yeah, so
I
at this
think-
point,
I think,
just Randy Orton was the only one out at that moment, and then when everyone else was in there.
So there was 5.
Jeff Hardy got eliminated next.
Yeah,
By who?
I think he got pro kicked
Yeah.
by Sheamus.
Okay. So Sheamus pinned him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you had
I think
I
was
think
it AJ pin Kofi?
yeah. Phenomenal forearm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now it's down to AJ, Drew, and Sheamus.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think AJ Styles went on another phenomenal forearm spree.
Yeah, and that was another big surprise that Sheamus got eliminated next. He
Before
wasn't.
McIntyre.
It wasn't down to the final match wasn't Drew
McIntyre.
and Sheamus.
Right.
It was McIntyre and AJ.
Absolutely.
I think it. Well. So then McIntyre and AJ. And then what happened?
And then once again, AJ Styles goes for another phenomenal forearm and a phenomenal kick, Claymore.
Yeah,
By
he went for the
McIntyre.
phenomenal
Out
forearm.
of nowhere.
Just kind of kicked him.
Yeah, kicked him up. Yeah, kicked up in the air. So he came in for the phenomenal forearm as as McIntyre went up with the Claymore kick and just literally kicked him
Saw
out
AJ just
kicked
crumble
him
on the
out
mat.
of the sky.
Crumbled right on the mat.
Yeah, and then pinned him.
For the 1, 2, 3,
And
Drew McIntyre retains the
Yep.
WWE Championship.
Celebrating.
On the Elimination
Cage
Chamber match.
lifts up.
And
And
then
he
lo and
turns
behold,
around.
reason
Gets
why
attacked.
Who did he see?
I'm
there?
wearing this T-shirt. Well, actually, first,
He was
shockingly, even though MVP was talking to The Miz in the back before the chamber match
earlier
happened,
in the match.
so they kind
the
of gave it
almighty
away.
Bobby Lashley comes out of nowhere and starts beating the living hell out of Drew McIntyre.
He decimated McIntyre.
It destroyed him. And then after that,
Awesome!
The Miz comes out
He
with
came
his
prepared.
Money in the Bank
He
contract.
came to play.
Money in the Bank contract. He cashed it in.
Speaking of Edge, that's the first time the Money in the Bank briefcase was ever cashed in. That same exact thing happened.
At an elimination
Edge
chamber.
came out after the Elimination Chamber,
John Cena won.
cashed it in, and pinned John Cena for the WWE Championship.
So it was like history repeated itself. And so, cashed in, and he did that Miz DDT he does, and then he did the...
Yeah, but Drew kicked out of that.
yeah, and then he did the skull-crushing finale. Got the 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations.
And now Miz is a 2-time WWE champion.
Congratulations
Yep.
to The Miz on becoming the WWE Champion once
Now,
again.
Now, because I watch all the different wrestling, in talk shows and, YouTube channels and all that shit with all the insider stuff that they, get scoops on, lowdowns on. And apparently, yes, Miz is champion now. But I wouldn't get used to him being a champion. It's not going to
I don't
last
think it's
long.
going to be long.
Because rumor is there's rumor that there are plans that involve Bobby Lashley
Mm-hmm.
and the world title at WrestleMania and not Miz.
Well, I know a little something, but I'm not going to ruin it because I read some spoilers.
Oh, you're already reading stuff about Raw?
Yeah, man. So, anywho,
So, yeah.
That was the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but I think good old Captain Bill's got a few other topics.
Yeah, there's a
he
couple
wants to
other,
rattle off.
couple things that I want to, make mention, some other stuff that's goings on.
mm-hmm.
One involving Paige.
Okay.
Paige
Paige getting back
kind
into
of
the ring.
teasing a possible return. With all this stuff going on, Daniel Bryan coming back from the injury after a while, Edge coming back. She's been going and talking to people, and I guess she's put out some tweets where she's really seriously, she wants to get back in the ring, and she's trying to see what she can do. She's talking to people
Good
getting
for her.
checked. I, for one, man, would be stoked to see Paige come back.
I'm a huge Paige fan, so I would love to see her come back.
That'd be
And
time.
and the other little thing that when you mentioned that I saw they were talking about, Bailey, involving Bailey and her fiance.
Or no more.
Apparently they have called it quits. For those of you Bailey fans out there, she is a
Available.
free agent now. She's untethered.
Ding dong, hello.
Absolutely. So, man, that's unfortunate, but I'm sure she'll have her fair share of suitors.
Well, boys, let's give a rating of
I'll
this
tell
pay-per-view.
you, this pay-per-view.
I mean, I'll say right off the bat, after coming off of an awesome Royal Rumble, they dropped the ball.
They got
the
about
two
3.5
elimination chamber
for me.
matches
We're good.
were awesome. Yeah, they were great.
But the filler,
The U.S. title match actually wasn't bad.
US title.
It served its purpose. I was happy with the outcome. I mean, they put on a decent match. I liked the title on Riddle, and I liked the fact that they got the title off of Bobby Lashley
Without him
beating
getting
Bobby
pinned.
Lashley, without making him look weak, so they can continue the obvious push that they seem that it would appear
What if
Bobby Lashley
Lashley
is finally going to get
a title shot?
that title shot.
So hey, and if he does, I hope he wins.
And I'm telling you right now, dude, when MVP was talking to Miz in the back, you got to think that was part of the agreement. Is the Almighty will assist you tonight in cashing in successfully and
In
giving that
return,
title
he gets
back.
the first title
Yeah,
shot.
exactly. In return, Bobby Lashley gets a title shot. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go out on a limb now and say Bobby Lashley is the next
Champion.
yeah,
I would say
the next
that's.
WWE champion.
I would say that's safe to say.
So
Absolutely.
let's rate on a scale of 1 to 10, like we did for the Royal Rumble.
1 to
10 or 1 to
5?
No, we did 5 for the RW show. Let's do 10 for the pay-per-view because we did 10 for Royal Rumble. 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
7.
You go for 7. I'll just go ahead and say 6.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 6.
I don't want to take away from the chamber matches and the United States Championship match, but the filler with the women's tag team title
And the
match.
pre-show match wasn't bad either.
Yeah, so I'll give it a 6.
You know, it was just
That tag.
and
tag
again,
team
like you're
title
saying,
match.
nothing against. I mean, the women in that match. I don't want anyone to misconstrue our words. They put on a good match. You know,
Put
what I
a
mean,
bad taste in your
it
mouth.
just. I mean, honestly, you got the women tag champs and Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. You
Yeah.
had to have you had good people in there, but well,
You
I
did.
mean, Nia Jax. I know people like to call her, the botch queen, but still, they're the tag champs. And I like Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax together as a team.
It's
They
entertaining.
It's just it was a pointless match.
Yep.
And nothing was going to come about from it, and I think that they could have used that spot for something better, something
Yeah.
that actually had a little substance to it, some
Something
meaning.
meaningful.
Exactly, something to build on. There's nothing. That match. There's nothing was coming from it, and nothing's going to come from it.
Yeah.
Right. Of it. Yeah.
So
Well,
that being said,
if I can do the closing.
well, before we close it out, I just want to say, man, just what a great weekend for wrestling we had. We went to a local indie show.
ARW,
on
baby.
Friday.
Represent.
ARW. All Out War.
Right on.
Look for that review show on the channel if you haven't already.
Yep.
And then we had, the Elimination Chamber, last night, and man,
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Ring the bell.
yes,
Give us a thumbs up.
right down yonder.
And thank you for tuning in.
Give it a phenomenal forearm right to that subscribe button.
And
you
any other
Maybe
gripes,
put the hurt lock on the like button.
comments, concerns?
No,
No, I'm pretty much good, man.
yeah, I was gonna say, looking forward to checking out some Raw. The aftermaths after pay-per-view.
Yep.
There always seems to be something interesting that happens. So,
Alrighty.
I'm down.
folks,
We will see you next time right here on the
3,
2
1.
Screw. Subscribe.
Bruh.